Li Bai was indeed a person who enjoyed wandering. In Yangzhou, he met a man named Meng Haoran, who frequently heard Li Bai's poems. The poems Li Bai wrote in Nanjing and Mount Lu quickly spread and became popular. In the past, before mobile phones, information spread through word of mouth, and poems were like songs that people sang and learned. Li Bai quickly gained many fans. Meng Haoran heard that the poet who wrote those poems was nearby, so he came to meet Li Bai and paid the tavern to continue hosting him. Thus, Li Bai's life improved again. Many times in his life, he relied on his fans. Meng Haoran proposed, "You can't keep going like this, and it seems that you don't have much money left. Why not head to Anzhou?" Anzhou's capital is Anlu, which is today's Xiaogan in Hubei. I can introduce you to a potential marriage prospect. Zhu Yushi's granddaughter is still unmarried. I'll make the connection for you, and perhaps you could tie the knot with her. It could be a great opportunity. Li Bai pondered over the suggestion and decided to consider it. During his consideration, he went to Mount Lu in Xiangyang. Do you know who lived on Mount Lu in Xiangyang? It was Li Bai's idol, Meng Haoran. Li Bai often said, "I love Mengzi," and Meng Haoran was the person he admired most. Meng Haoran was a more easygoing person than Li Bai. He never held an official position, but was content living a simple life in his fields, just like what he wrote once. "I awake light-hearted this morning of spring. Everywhere round me, the singing of birds." Li Bai, however, couldn't settle down and wanted to be a high-ranking official. Li Bai visited Meng Haoran and asked him, "Should I go for this marriage opportunity?" Meng Haoran said, "Go for it. It's a good thing. The family is a prominent one, and it might benefit your career. Don't worry, life is the same everywhere." So, Li Bai decided to go to Anlu. Li Bai wrote many poems for Meng Haoran, and some contemporary netizens often say that the number of poems Li Bai wrote for Meng Haoran is similar to the number of poems Du Fu wrote for Li Bai. However, Li Bai rarely wrote poems for Du Fu. He wrote only 3 or 4. Their relationship was quite good. For instance, Li Bai wrote this poem for Meng Haoran. "Master, I hail you from my heart, and your fame arose to the skies. Renouncing in ruddy youth the importance of hat and chariot, you chose pine trees and clouds, and now, white-haired, drunk with the moon, a sage of dreams. Flower bewitched, you are deaf to the emperor. High mountain, how I long to reach you, breathing your sweetness, even here." This is a message to Meng Haoran. Later, Li Bai indeed went to Anlu, where he met Yuan Danqiu, who would become a very important friend. Yuan Danqiu was a Taoist, but his social connections spanned both the Taoist and political spheres. Yuan Danqiu was well acquainted with the imperial family, including princesses and princes, since Taoism was the state religion of the Tang dynasty, and many princesses practiced it. Eventually, Meng Haoran also arrived. They all discussed, and the Yuan family was pleased with Li Bai. The Shu family, having no sons, had only one daughter, so people suggested that Li Bai should marry into the Shu family. Li Bai thought it over and agreed. In the past, many poets wrote poems about others, not their wives, but Li Bai wrote many poems for his wife. Their relationship was very good, and they had a daughter and a son. The daughter was named Pingyang, and the son was named Boqin. The names show Li Bai's grand aspirations, as he named his daughter like a princess, reflecting his high ambitions. However, Li Bai's experience in this setting was far from pleasant. Since the Shu family had no sons, Li Bai's wife's cousin felt threatened. "If you weren't here, the family estate would be mine. Now that you're here, I have to compete with you for it." The cousin's constant antagonism included spreading rumors and speaking ill of Li Bai. Li Bai hadn't revealed his true identity upon arrival, as he came from a humble background. He used the excuse that his identification documents were lost, so people doubted his status and weren't sure who he was. Additionally, Li Bai's love for drinking and his drunken behavior often caused trouble, leading to many conflicts. Eventually, Li Bai decided, "Forget it, I won't stay here." He moved to a small nearby mountain called Beishu Mountain, where he built a hut and lived a reclusive life. In 728, Li Bai decided to visit Meng Haoran again. Xiaogan is quite close to Xiangyang. He went to visit Meng Haoran, and they agreed to meet under the Yangtze River Bridge in today's Wuhan.